Multiple international sources are reporting that Norway has implemented a policy barring entry or deporting economic citizens of Eastern Caribbean countries, including economic citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. Sources are confirming that at least 5 CBI passport holders from the region have been affected, citing non-recognition of investment passports, which are now deemed, quote, not valid for Norway. The policy, the article reported, was quietly introduced by immigration officials at Norway's 2 largest international airports. While CBI passport holders have become victims of this new policy, said to be activated in August 2025, sources indicate that Norway officials have denied any change in immigration policy regarding the 5 CBI countries in question. Reportedly, the countries affected are Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, St. Lucia, Grenada, and St. Kitts and Nevis. The Investment Migration Insider, IMI, reported that when they questioned the Norway Immigration Directorate about the blocked entries, IMI reported the official's response as follows. Quote, citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis are visa-free to Norway and the Schengen area, and there have been no recent changes to this, end quote. The IMI article went on to explain that the officials said the same policy applied to the other CBI countries in the Eastern Caribbean as well. SKN Newsline reached out to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on St. Kitts and Nevis for comment on the matter. The Foreign Affairs official requested that SKN Newsline make its request in writing for processing through proper channels, which SKN Newsline agreed to undertake. Glenn Bart reporting for SKN Newsline.
Intercaribbean Airways made its much-anticipated inaugural Puerto Rico-St. Kitts flight on Thursday, December 18th. Shortly after the flight landed Thursday night, airline and St. Kitts tourism officials hailed the occasion at a short ceremony at the Cayenne Jet Lounge. Chairman of Intercaribbean Airways, Lyndon Gardner, spoke to the valuable partnership between St. Kitts and Nevis and the airline and how this new route enhances that partnership.
This evening's inaugural service between San Juan and St. Kitts is a continuation of a journey we've been on together. I'm reminded of March 2023, when we gathered at the Hilton in Barbados with the St. Kitts Tourism Authority and BTMI to celebrate our direct flights between Barbados and St. Kitts. That was just in time for the 25th St. Kitts Music Festival of that year. That evening, I spoke about an African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Tonight, I see the proof of those words all around me.
Speaking on behalf of Tourism Minister Marsha Henderson, who was at the time in Parliament for the budget debate, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Tivana Wharton, hailed the new route as part of the expanding tourism sector.
As we formally mark the launch of this service, we do so with confidence and optimism in what it represents for St. Kitts and Nevis. This inaugural route is a clear signal of our commitment to strengthening regional connectivity through purposeful partnerships and strategic collaboration. It reinforces our broader tourism and airlift strategy, deepens regional integration, and positions our destination for sustainable long-term growth. We look forward to the continued impact of this service and the opportunities it will unlock for our people, our economy, and our tourism sector.
Also speaking at the occasion is CEO of the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, Kelly Fontenelle.
Today marks a meaningful moment for our destination as we welcome the inaugural Intercaribbean Airways service from San Juan, Puerto Rico to St. Kitts. Being in San Juan yesterday just reminded me of ages ago when San Juan was our United States to go shopping. So I think that nostalgia came back yesterday while we were in there. This route represents more than a new addition to our elite. It reflects a shared commitment to strengthening regional connectivity thoughtfully and practically. San Juan is a vital Caribbean gateway, and this service creates easier, more efficient access to St. Kitts for travelers across the region and beyond. Our partnership with Inter-Caribbean Airways has been built on alignment and trust.
The move is seen as a major strategic development for St. Kitts tourism, filling a critical gap left by the recent departure of regional airlines that previously served the route. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline. Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go. The TVC Plus app. Stream, watch, enjoy.
Carnival Valley, looking nice and pretty. Up the Dalios, lighting up the city. By the circus clock, girl, you could meet me. The whole of 4th Street bright like a New York City. This one is for all of me, darling. Check me near, take a hair salon regularly. Independent, you work hard for your money. Step out of your Dalios, get bright on Sunday. This is season 1, Dali edition. A Dali marathon, all a tongue, it Dali tongue. So when you see them with them face beat up, hygiene up, 30-inch Brazilian, me I tell you we go. Nails paint up, well neat up. One be a dolly, girl, you better try keep up. One be dolly, some girl, one be dolly. When me real dolly, them put up your hand, make me say. One be dolly, them girl, one be dolly. When me real dolly, them put up your hand and say me. I say me baby girl, them dolly up, Juve them dolly up, Parade them dolly up. Sugar mass out of them dalios, out of them dalios, them girl them dalio, and they say me baby.
This December, the Caribbean's most prestigious pageant returns home to St. Kitts. The 43rd Belmont Resort Haynes Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen Pageant. Monday, December 29, 7 p.m. sharp at the St. Kitts Marriott.
Witness 9 talented and intelligent teens from the shores of Guyana to the rhythms of the Virgin Islands. And representing host country St. Kitts, Soraya Williams Powell, featuring special guest hosts and electrifying regional stars.
Sensational local flavor by Lala. Petition Superstar winner Ikwanja Bradley.
Former National Villager Rama King, Lord Demat Tuhad,
And the phenomenal de jour.
Admission $60 EC, $80 on the day of the show.
Tickets available online at JAD.
Who will rise?
Who will shine?
Who will claim the coveted crown?
Sweetness to the core for Sugar Mass 54.
Don't miss it.
Major sponsors include Belmont Resort, National Caribbean Insurance, The Cable, Office of the Prime Minister, Hospitals, Sugar Mass National Carnival Committee.
Sugar Mass, we're coming home.
Political commentator Dwyer Astafan had revealed the results of a recent poll conducted in Nevis's 3 parliamentary constituencies, Nevis 9, 10, and 11, which indicate that a majority of respondents are not in support of the proposed Destiny project planned for the island's south coast. The Destiny development is expected to be the first major undertaking under the controversial Special Sustainability Zones SSZ. The poll surveyed 150 individuals across the 3 constituencies. SK Newsline spoke with Mr. Dwyer Astafan about the findings.
So a poll was done in Nevis between the 6th and the 14th of December of this year. The poll was commissioned by a private citizen who requested that I disseminate the findings. First of all, that I receive the raw data, assimilate it, collate it, and send him a draft, and once he approves it, then I disseminate it. The person is a citizen, not involved in the politics, but interested in the project and the implications for the country. And this is not a person who is out there in your face waving political flags, but an interested and concerned citizen of the country. So he doesn't want to be exposed unduly. So I did just that. And as I've said in the release that I put out, the motive is related to the fact that I also am an interested citizen and resident of the country, and not at all interested in reducing this matter to petty party politics.
During the interview, SK Newsline asked Mr. Astafan whether a sample size of 150 respondents was sufficient to support the credibility and accuracy of the poll.
Some may argue that 150 persons across the 3 constituencies is not a large enough sample size for it to be considered scientific or even to be taken seriously. What would you say to those persons?
Well, that is their opinion, and if they wish, they can dismiss the whole thing. That is for them. And in fact, if they are interested in the facts, then they can get themselves involved in commissioning a poll and then educate the public on the numbers that they have found from the poll. No problem with that. Not everybody is going to agree with anything. Remember that crucified Jesus. So what is a poll for people to disagree with and even try to dismiss and discredit? And I am not suggesting that this is the most scientific poll ever done, but I know from my experience that in matters like this, samples in small constituents, small areas, small countries, small communities of 150 to 200 people most often do reflect the reality on the ground.
According to Mr. Astafan, the poll asked 6 questions. Are you aware of the proposed project by the Destiny Group to acquire 2,000 acres of land on Nevis to establish a colony or community? Do you believe you know enough about this project? Are you in favor of this project? Do you trust the project leader? Do you think he has the best interest of Nevis and the Federation at heart? And do you think the SSE Act should be cancelled? Responses across all 3 constituencies showed between 50 to 95% opposition to the project on each question. The full interview with Mr. Astafan on the poll will be published at a later date. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
With tourism being a critical component of the economic life on St. Kitts and Nevis, Minister of Tourism in the federal government, Minister Marsha Henderson, noted the heightened performance of St. Kitts as a tourism destination and her ministry's efforts to further grow the industry in the upcoming fiscal year. Minister Henderson was speaking in the National Assembly of St. Kitts and Nevis on the occasion of the 2026 fiscal year budget debate.
Today, St. Kitts and Nevis is no longer recovering, Madam Speaker. We are at this time redefining Caribbean tourism excellence. We have rebuilt trust with our airlines, with our cruise lines, with our travel advisors, and our investors. We have repositioned our nation not merely as open for business, but as a thriving, dynamic, and future-ready tourism destination. So, Madam Speaker, as we debate the 2026 appropriation bill, it is important to acknowledge that the continued strength of our tourism sector rests squarely on our ability to forge and sustain strong partnerships with international air carriers. Airlift, which is hot talk, remains the lifeblood of island tourism. For, without reliable year-round connectivity, even the most beautiful destination will struggle to attract visitors in the numbers necessary to sustain growth, jobs, and opportunity. This Labour-led administration understands the reality. We have therefore invested strategically to secure the air access our Federation requires, not through ad hoc arrangements, but through structured, data-driven agreements that balance government support with long-term sustainability.
Henderson said that across the board, visitor expenditure has risen for St. Kitts and Nevis. Glenn Bard reporting for SK Newsline.
Carnival Dali, looking nice and pretty. Out the Dali house, lighting up the city. By the circus clock, girl, you could meet me. The whole of 4th Street bright like a New York City. This one is for all of me, Dali. Check me near, take a hair salon regularly. Independent, you work hard for your money. Step out of your Dali house, get bright and sunny. This is season 1, Dali edition. A Dali see them with them